May 15 is the day of International Day of Families. So hi, I'm Varsha and I welcome you all to my channel In The Buckets, and in today's video I'm going to do a book review of A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Becky Smith. So this book is an autobiographical book based on the life of Becky Smith when she was a child in early 1900s living in the poor districts of Brooklyn. This book was published in 1943 and it follows the life of a little girl called Frankie and her family when she was 8 years old to when she is 16. And as an 8-year-old, we see that Frankie is not like other children. She is interested in helping her family going through the stage of poverty. She collects metal garbage with her brother and sells her, and this is her way to earn some income to add to her family's income. And she also, in her free time, mostly reads. She has this dream to read one book at a time every day, and this is really wonderful to see in an 8-year-old girl. She visits her local library and she is really sad that her librarian never speaks one kind word to her all her life till she is 16, before she leaves Brooklyn. And we see that her family is really poverty-stricken. Her mother is this hardworking woman who cleans the floor of their building so they can have a roof over their head. And her father is an alcoholic, and he doesn't contribute to the family salary much. For that reason, Frankie and her brother has to go to work when her father dies out of paranoia and not out of alcoholism. And her father, we see that even though he was alcoholic, he is greatly loved in all her neighborhood of Williamsburg, Brooklyn, which is really beautiful. And her father is her inspiration to write. So she wants to write. She reads these books and she is heavily inducted to her father to write. We follow this family and we see that her mother is not like her and very rude to her. And we see that her mother loves her brother more than her, and Frankie has this conclusion that she is more like her mother. And that is the reason she is more connected to her father and her mother more connected to her brother. And we also see that Frankie is the first generation of Americans who immigrated from Germany and Ireland, and she is also the first generation in her family to complete school and graduate from secondary school. And this book also has themes on imagination, and I will read you this line. The child must have a valuable thing which is called imagination. A child must have a secret world in which lives things that never were. It is necessary that she believe. She must start out by believing in things not of this world. Then when the world becomes too ugly to live in, the child can reach back and live in her imagination. That is what is called learning the truth. It is a good thing to learn the truth oneself. To believe with all your heart and then not to believe is good too. It fattens the emotions and makes them to stretch. As a woman, life and people disappoint her, and she will have had practice in disappointment, and it will not come so hard. In teaching your child, do not forget that suffering is good too. It makes a person rich in character. So the tree here is symbolic that a life can grow in the harshest of situation if only they have strength of mind. And Frankie represents this tree. She is born a sick child, a sick babe, whom her mother has nursed to have strength in the most difficult times in their life. And this is what imagination actually does. It helps you to go through your hard time, and I think every child in their early teens should read this book. And also this book is for all age groups. Everyone should read this book once in their lifetime. it is just so interesting to go through this phrase of their family to poverty to education to inspiration for writing, and through the eyes of this child called Frankie. And at the end of the novel, we see that Frankie has graduated and she also comes in contact with reality of her love and also working as a working woman, which is really interesting. And that is why I think you should read this book. And this is all I have to say on this book. And if you have enjoyed this video, then give a thumbs up and share and subscribe for similar videos on books, classic books, literature. And I hope you have a safe lockdown. Bye guys.